Mercedes-Benz W100-600 Pullman. In an era of burgeoning technology, the grosser, or Grand Mercedes, stood alone at the absolute summit of automotive engineering. It wasn't built to compete with Cadillacs or Rolls-Royces. It was built to surpass them in every conceivable metric. This was the car of emperors, popes, and cinema icons, a 20-foot-long monument to German ambition. What makes the 1965 600 Pullman a mechanical marvel isn't just what you see but what you don't hear. To ensure total serenity, Mercedes avoided noisy electric motors. Instead, the W100 uses a massive 150-bar complex hydraulic system. With a touch of a finger, this high-pressure mineral oil silently glides the heavy seats, operates the power windows with eerie smoothness, and even closes the massive doors and trunk lid. It is a hauntingly quiet system that feels more like magic than machinery, complemented by a sophisticated air suspension that makes the 3-ton limousine feel as though it's floating on a cloud. To move such a masterpiece, Mercedes developed its first post-war V8, the legendary 6.3-liter M100. Producing 250 horsepower and a massive 369 lb-ft of torque, this engine was a beast in a tuxedo. In 1965, this limousine could sprint to 60 miles per hour in under 10 seconds and hit a top speed of 127 miles per hour. It provided the effortless waftability required for high-speed state processions, ensuring that no matter the weight of the armor or the passengers, the Pullman never broke a sweat. Step inside the Pullman, the extra-long wheelbase version of the 600, and you find a rear cabin designed for the elite. Facing to facing vis-a-vis, seating allowed for private conferences on the move. Every inch is draped in the finest hand-dyed leathers and exotic wood veneers. There are curtains for privacy, a refrigerated bar for refreshments, and a partition window that slides up at the press of a button. It is a sanctuary of silence, isolated from the outside world by thick glass and unmatched sound dampening.
The 1971 Mercedes-Benz 280 SL, often known as the Pagoda thanks to its distinctive concave roofline, is one of the most iconic classic Mercedes cars ever made. It represents the perfect combination of timeless style, solid engineering, and enjoyable driving that has kept enthusiasts in love with it for decades. Under the bonnet sits a 2.8-liter inline-six engine, producing around 170 horsepower. While that may not sound like much by modern standards, in a car weighing just over 1,200 kilograms, it's enough to give a smooth and confident driving experience. Power delivery is linear and predictable, perfect for cruising through scenic roads or city streets with classic car charm. The 280 SL's handling is precise for a classic car of its era. Independent rear suspension, a well-balanced chassis, and responsive steering make it agile and fun, without sacrificing comfort. It's a car you can enjoy at a relaxed pace or push a little harder on a twisty road, all while feeling connected to the road through the wheel and pedals a step inside, and the cabin is pure 1970s Mercedes luxury. Simple, elegant, and functional, it features high-quality materials, classic analog gauges, and comfortable seating that's ideal for two. The minimalistic interior design ensures that the driver is at the center of the experience, allowing you to focus on the joy of driving. But what truly makes the 280 SL special is its style and presence. Even today, the Pagoda turns heads with its unique roofline, chrome accents, and classic proportions. It's a car that looks as good parked as it does on the road, a true collectible that embodies the golden era of Mercedes-Benz engineering. The 1971 Mercedes-Benz 280 SL isn't just a car, it's a piece of automotive history. With timeless style, solid engineering, and an engaging driving experience, it remains one of the most desirable classic cars on the planet, a perfect blend of elegance, performance, and driving pleasure.
The 1967 Mercedes W108 250 SE. It was the sophisticated younger brother to the massive 600, offering the same level of world-class engineering in a package that was meant to be driven, not just driven in. The genius of the 1967 W108 lies in its restraint. Designed by the legendary Paul Bracq, the car shed the fintail rear ends of its predecessors in favor of a low horizontal waistline and a massive greenhouse of glass. Look at the stacked vertical headlights, a signature of 1960s Mercedes prestige, and the understated elegant grille. It managed to look modern in 1967, yet it still looks dignified today. It is a car that doesn't try too hard, and that is precisely why it succeeded. Under the hood of this 1967 model sits a gem of German engineering, the 2.5-liter M129 inline-six. Featuring Bosch mechanical fuel injection, this engine was all about smoothness and reliability. Producing 150 horsepower, it allowed the 250 SE to cruise the Autobahn at 115 miles per hour with a level of mechanical vibe that felt expensive. Unlike its rivals, the W108 featured a sophisticated coil spring suspension and a hydropneumatic compensating spring on the rear axle, ensuring the car stayed level and composed through every corner. Step inside and you are greeted by the smells of high-quality leather and real wood. In 1967, Mercedes hadn't yet moved to the plastics of the 1970s. The dashboard of the 250 SE is a work of art, featuring stacked circular gauges and a clock that ticks with Swiss precision. The steering wheel is thin, elegant, and ivory-colored in many models, framing a view over that long, tapering hood. It is a cabin that feels airy and spacious, designed for long-distance touring where driver fatigue simply wasn't an option. The 1967 W108 was more than just a car. It was the birth of the modern S-Class.
68 Mercedes W109, and the world of high-performance cars is dominated by low-slung, two-door Italian exotics. But in Stuttgart, a private experiment by engineer Erich Waxenberger is about to change the rules of the road forever. By shoehorning a massive V8 into a conservative luxury sedan, Mercedes-Benz created the W109 300S EL 6.3. It was the world's first true super sedan, a wolf in Savile Row clothing that could humiliate sports cars at a stoplight while carrying 4 diplomats in total silence. What made the 1968 6.3 so legendary was its engine. The 6.3-liter M100 V8 borrowed directly from the massive 600 Grosser limousine. In this lighter W109 chassis, the fuel-injected powerhouse produced 250 horsepower and a staggering 369 pound-feet of torque. This was unheard of for a sedan in 1968. It could catapult this 2-ton machine to 60 miles per hour in just 6.3 seconds, a number that matched the Porsche 911S of the same year. It wasn't just fast for a sedan, it was fast, period. The SEL in its name denotes the long wheelbase, and the L for Luftfederung, or air suspension. Unlike the steel-sprung W108, the 1968 W109 rode on a sophisticated bellows-based air system. This allowed the car to float over imperfections at low speeds.
The Mercedes-Benz W110, commonly known as the 190, is one of the most iconic sedans of the 1960s. Produced between 1961 and 1968, it combined elegant styling, legendary build quality, and advanced safety engineering, helping to shape Mercedes-Benz's reputation for durability and reliability. The W110 is instantly recognizable thanks to its distinctive rear fins, earning it the nickname Fintail. These subtle tail fins weren't just for style, they were designed to help drivers judge the car's position when parking, improving everyday usability. At the front, the wide chrome grille, circular headlights, and strong body lines gave the car a confident and prestigious presence. Under the bonnet, the W110-190 was powered by a 1.9-liter 4-cylinder petrol engine producing around 80 horsepower. This allowed the car to reach a top speed of approximately 100 miles per hour, making it well-suited for both city driving and long motorway journeys. Smooth power delivery and a refined driving experience made the W110 extremely comfortable for its time. One of the standout features of the W110 was safety. It introduced advanced innovations developed by Mercedes safety pioneer Bela Bareñi, including a rigid passenger safety cell and front and rear crumple zones. These ideas revolutionized vehicle safety and laid the groundwork for modern car design. Inside, the cabin reflected Mercedes' focus on quality and comfort. High-grade materials, excellent visibility, and supportive seating created a relaxed driving environment. Everything felt solid, engineered for durability, and built to last decades rather than years. The Mercedes-Benz W110-190 was not designed to be flashy or extreme. Instead, it delivered precision engineering, outstanding comfort, and unmatched reliability. Today, it remains a respected classic, admired for its timeless design and lasting influence on the world of automotive engineering.
As the 1960s faded into the rearview mirror, the world turned its eyes toward the space age. In 1970, Mercedes-Benz unveiled a machine that looked like it had fallen from orbit, the C111-2. Finished in a shimmering metallic Weissherbst orange, this wasn't a production car, it was a rolling laboratory. With its low-slung wedge profile and gull-wing doors, the C111-2 was a radical departure from the stately sedans of Stuttgart, signaling a bold experimental leap into the new decade. The heart of the 1970 C111-2 was its most controversial feature, a four-rotor Wankel rotary engine. While the rest of the world struggled with the rotary's reliability, Mercedes-Benz refined it into a powerhouse. This compact, high-revving engine produced a staggering 350 horsepower. In 1970, that allowed this fiberglass-bodied prototype to scream from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 4.8 seconds, reaching a top speed of 186 miles per hour. It was a mechanical symphony that sounded unlike any Mercedes before or since, a high-pitched, futuristic hum that promised a new era of internal combustion. Look at the lines of this 1970 masterpiece. Designed under Bruno Sacco, the C111-2 wasn't just about style, it was a masterclass in aerodynamics, boasting a drag coefficient of just 0.325, unheard of for the time. The body was constructed from glass fiber reinforced plastic, bolted to a steel frame. From the pop-up headlights to the massive flat rear deck, every inch was designed to pierce the air.